This weekend was insane from top to bottom, really. I think one of the things too, Clay, I would love to ask you about, not as much last night in the game, but throughout the day Sunday, you could see it. Obviously we have this era we're in of protecting these QBs. They're a massive, part of this entire business. Obviously, we all know that. But I saw a lot of tier, action going on Sunday of defensive linemen just tired of, the calls. Do you think we've gone a little far with some of these roughing the passers and how touchy it really gets?
Yeah, I saw Trey Hendrickson. I forget who was it? Flacco, going for the call because he touched his face mask. What I'll say is this. I think I was the poster boy. So I'm going to take you back to 2017. So 2017, Anthony Barr dumped Aaron Rodgers on his shoulder, broke his collarbone, and it was egregious, but it was allowed within the letter of the law. He might have pushed it a little bit. And that's what set this whole thing into motion because the level of the play of our team, the Packers at the time, went down considerably. I'm sure there was a few more injuries. So in 2018, there was a point of emphasis. Hey, we are going to protect the quarterbacks. The thing that I hate is the referee's inability to take in intent. That's what I want to see. I want to see intent. So you go back to, I don't even want to talk about myself and my hits, but you got to look at the intent of these hits. So there was an overcorrectness where anytime I touched a quarterback, anytime in 2018, if you hit a quarterback, if you fell on him, I guess they didn't study physics in school because they don't understand what it's like to hit somebody. But I feel like we've come full circle and the hits on the quarterbacks, they seem appropriate. It seems like when there is a roughing call with a hit, it's usually warranted. What I don't like are the little hits to the face or when a quarterback's running out of bounds. You saw this with Patrick Mahomes on Friday night. He runs out of bounds. He runs out of bounds. And then guess what? The DB takes it easy on the third time and he lowers his shoulder into him. So you're asking for it. So I think we have gone a little bit overboard, but I do think it's correcting itself that the refs aren't getting too over the top with these flags anymore. But listen, I'm in a war with the refs. I'll never like them. I'll never side with them. So to me, yes, we're doing way too much.
I know exactly how you feel. I coach my sons in youth football, Clay, and every week I have to meet with the refs and they're like, hey, we're going to try to not call this. I mean, listen, do you understand who I am? I'm an offensive lineman. I don't want to see a flag hit the ground in this game. Okay. So you could call nothing for all I care. Right? You don't got to explain to me anything.
Wait, you were the best at working the refs. You were the best at working the refs.
Conversational.
The mayor of LA.
Hey, 2018, he's working the refs when I'm lined up opposite when we come out to the Coliseum and I was still with the Packers right there. Always working the refs. A real politician.
Always, baby. A little handshake. Hello. How's the kids?
That's BS. You're asking about pets?
I feel bad. I'm going to say this because Fitz is on here, Clay, and I don't want to hurt his feelings. But you know what my real problem is? I'm all right kind of where all of it's officiated right now with the quarterbacks. I'm tired of seeing them turn to the ref and beg for the calls, though. At this point, you're so protected. Enough's enough. Don't ask for any calls. Like, it's enough. It's a bad look.
You saw that with Josh Allen. I don't know what happened, but immediately he looks over this. Like, what are we? You're throwing for 400 yards. You're throwing for 5,000 yards. What else do you want?
There is nothing better than throwing a bad interception and seeing that yellow flag next to you and being like, oh my God, yes, they called that. Oh my God.